Motormouth Jenkins here, welcoming you to our brand new YouTube channel. Hope that you'll come back and see every segment each and every week, and I will share preventative maintenance tips and regularly scheduled maintenance tips for your car. So whether you know a little bit about your car or absolutely nothing, this is the channel just for you, where I share over 35 years of experience as a qualified and licensed service technician with truck and coach, light truck and passenger vehicles. Come back and visit us and tell your friends, and we'll see you each and every week right here in the Car Connection Workshop on YouTube. All right, you furry varmint. I love air hoses, but I also don't mind buying batteries for battery-powered tools either. You gotta you might as well just buy another battery-powered tool with a battery, because the battery is worth more than the tool, and I don't know what's worse. A tangled garden hose? A tangled air hose? I don't know. That's good. All right. Are you ready? Let's get to work. It's time to tighten the motor mounts, because we don't want this baby falling out on the road. So, okay, where are you, you furry varmint? All right, I'll come over there. Well, I got the light over here. How did that happen? The light's over there. The socket, I was road testing, I guess. I decided to go with a wobble, and we're going to tighten these down. Right here, the motor mount. I got to go underneath so these are bolted top with a bolt, and underneath with a nut. Oops, why don't we put it on the right direction? We're home. Next. Coming to the other side. Coming around you there, Skippy. Watch that air hose. It's looking for human feet to send you on your butt. Yeah. So we'll get that one in there. Don't rest on the tires, because they're free. I've done that with a cup of coffee in my hand. I willed that compressor on with my mind. I just want you to know that. With my mind. Well, I can get it from here. Say happy day. Happy day. And I don't like the clips on my guns. Not all of them. On my big one I do. Because I find, you know what, sometimes you're in a tight spot and you're like, I can't get the freaking socket off. And then you might say a colorful metaphor and you go, oh, the video was on. Yeah, then you got to make corrections. So I slip that on there. You can sneak right underneath here and get the mount. Count to 3. That's it. Just remember, it's holding the motor in, not a Boeing 747 engine. Yeah, some guys, boy, you guys are really over-tightening stuff out there. I'm just saying. You know, I never allowed my apprentices in the shop to use air tools until I knew they understood what was tight and what was, oops, I freaking broke another stud off. And I don't know what to do with that, Motormouth. Yeah, guess what? After hours, I'm extracting a broken bolt because they over tightened. So no, we don't do that. You got to teach your hands what tight is. So you guys are over tightening stuff out there with these battery powered tools like crazy. Way too tight. Yeah, well, I know there's a nut there somewhere. There's one right here. Yeah, I don't want to go underneath. I can get it from here. I know I can. Where are you? Hi, how are you? Well, I might have to. I think I'm just going to succumb to the creeper. Bet you can't find the creeper. Found it. Creeper. I think there's a song about that, isn't there? Can't find your creeper. Watch out for the creeper. You're creepy. Okay, cover me. I'm going in. Okay, say goodnight. I could too. I've slept on creepers before. I think the last time was putting a clutch in a bus. 2:30 in the morning. I had to leave at 7. Yeah, stayed up all night. I got her done though. Okay, now where's the freaking screw? Come on now. Come on now. Come on now. All right, I think I'm on it. Count to 3. We're home. Yippee! I like fresh, crusty exhaust pipe in my face in the morning. It's just yummy. Okay. Whilst down here, I was having a thought. Why not take care of some other business while I'm down here? Okay. Because I got the air toolage. I don't have a light. I'm working in the dark. Hint. Hint. Ow. It's okay. I got another one. All right. So while you're down here, you might as well tighten them little fellers up there. And I will. I'm on it. Okay. What am I stuck on? I'm stuck on phonics. No, I'm stuck on Band-Aid. Okay. He's on it. I remember one time putting an engine in outside on a Louisville. Okay, count to 3. We're home. And we're doing this. We were rebuilding an engine on a Louisville cab over for a furniture store in Hamilton. And we were putting the transmission back in. And my coworker Dale, we were frozen out there, man. We were digging ourselves out from under the truck. That's how bad it was snowing. Dale goes, I got the wrench on. Go ahead and hit it, Niall. Brrr. Can you back that off a little bit? I go, why? What's up? My finger was under the head of the bolt. I think you just crushed my finger to a pancake. And I did. It was nasty. And as that thawed out, he didn't feel it. Hello. Okay. So, yes, he was in absolute agony when this hand started to unthaw when we went back in the shop. He had to go to the hospital. His finger was flat as a toonie. It was not good. But we were so cold he couldn't feel his fingers, and he just said, rattle her up. And I did. I felt so bad afterwards. Yeah, it was no laughing matter, that's for sure. All right, so that one's tight. Yeah, I got to get on that one up there, so. Yeah. Where are you? There you are, you furry varmint. I might be able to get my air gun in there, but I really need a light. If I may, could I ask for a light? And it appeared, just like that. There it is. I see it. I'm going to see if I can get my gun on there, and we'll get that one tightened up. I might be able to get that without an extension. We'll see what we can do here. I'll let you know. So this is how you do it. This is how a feller does it. And sometimes it's nice just to have somebody hanging around so they can pour you a coffee or, scratch your eyelids for you. All right. I need that light to stay there just temporarily. Okay, count to 3. We're in. Okay. Okay. Oil's in. Filter's on. Not really. All right, I got to go to the other side because I got one bolt left. Yep. I got one over there. Okay. I'm coming around. We'll get that one taken care of. And then I just need to, ouch. That's okay, I got another one. Then we'll tighten up the other side. And then you're winning. I had a rag here somewhere. There it is. Yep. Okay, over to the other side. We got one bolt left, and then we snug up the top two, and we're there. Yep. And then the rest is hooking everything up. I got the bracket. Dug the bracket out this morning. That's the power steering and idler pulley adjustment bracket. That's going to go right here. So if it's dry, no, not quite. I totally forgot about it. Totally. Then I went looking in my box, and you know what's exciting? Before I go back under and tighten that bolt, is it looks a little messy here. This has got to be hung on the wall and cleaned, and then that's all gaskets and O-rings and stuff, clamps. So that'll be out of here. But there's not a whole lot of parts left. Like, we're getting down to it, which is really cool because, then your project is really coming together when you're looking for the last final little bits and pieces. And, yeah, again, see? If you want to know what's in here, right on the lid. This is how you keep organized. And plastic bags. This is all hardware from the tailgate, which is extra hardware. And what I've learned about Jeeps is don't even throw away a used popsicle stick if you find it in a Jeep. You can sell that for like 1.2. Yeah, and I was looking for this grommet last night. Hello, grommet. I'm going, I know what it looks like, but I couldn't find it. It was in the parts box. So, yeah, I know where that goes. That is the grommet for the speed sensor. And you might, again, this is the stuff I see that's all of a sudden it's a part delete, if you know what I'm saying. It's a part delete. And yeah, that oxygen sensor looks like it's going to be a real nice treat for me. Yeah. Thank you very much. I might have to loosen that shield back off at another time once I find a screw for there, because there's one missing. Yeah, I can take care of that later. It's not a problem. I got to get back under here again. I want to drop, once everything's done, engine's running, then I'm going to drop the, there's a great big plate under here. You're going to want to see that. And it holds everything. It's a big steel plate. Okay, count to 3. And that's as tight as you need to go, folks. I have my air guns. This little red guy, which I can get into almost anywhere. I have that set for a specific torque, which I checked with my torque wrench. And that's what you can do to prevent from over-tightening, is set the pressure and the adjustment on your guns to, a reasonable amount of torque. Like, you don't need to be putting 110 on a 12 millimeter bolt. So I have it set for 35, 40 foot-pounds. Good enough. Good enough. If I'm putting wheels on, that's a whole different ballgame. But I'm just tightening up bolts. Like a little tiny bolt like this. See that? See that little feller right there? You guys are using your battery-powered ratchets and stuff. You're over-torquing little guys like this. Yeah, it's not a motor mount. It's not a set of dualies on a silver rattle. It's a little tiny 10 millimeter bolt. Yeah, a little snuggie by hand is all you need. And I'm seeing that all the time when I'm pulling stuff apart. I'm like, who put this on? Freaking G.I. Joe? Like, it's just a tiny little, helpless little bolt. Okay, so what I have to do is, this is a speed sensor. You want to see it? Here it is, right here. Where are you, Skippy? Stay where you're at. I'll come where you're too. There it is. See this little guy here? that goes into the bell housing, and that's your speed sensor. All right? So it needs to have a gasket around it. So this is it, right here. So that's going to go in the transmission housing first. And don't drop it into the housing, because that's not conducive to good behavior. Because you could, and I don't want to. So hold your breath. Okay, so I got to get that in there. There we go. That sound is good. So that seals off the hole. Now I'm going to put the sensor in through that grommet. It only goes one way, fellers. Only goes one way. Does it go that way? I don't think so. I think it goes this way. Just look at the shape. Just look at the shape you're in. Just remember, round is a shape. Okay, so 2 bolts, 2 10 mils. I'll have to grab a 10 mil wrench out of my tool tray. Hint. Don't make me come up from here, Skippy. Search my tool tray for a 10 millimeter socket or a wrench. I know it's in there. I was thinking today, just in case. I remember my boss, I'll tell you, if he's working on something he was teaching you, he'd be like, okay, I need a blah, 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 blah. Go to my toolbox and get it. And he'd be like, I was hoping to have that today, if that's okay with you. And he'd be like, what drawer? What side? What is it? And he'd be like, just get it. And he didn't like to wait. Let me tell you, if you kept him waiting for a tool, oh my gosh, you're going to die. He's going to fix you. Yeah. He was a good teacher, though. I really appreciate him. He was a military tech, and he was great to work with. He really, really was. So we got a little bit of, weight loss. That's a nice chunk. I got to put a patch in down here, and I got to do a patch here. It's not a big deal. That's a bolt hole, so I'll pre-cut a patch. I'll weld a nut onto the back of the patch, and then I'll tack weld it in, and I'll seam seal it. And then there's a massive bracket that goes over top of that, so it's not super big deal, but water got in there somehow at some point and took that out. It wasn't draining. That's the biggest problem with these Jeeps, my understanding, is water in the frames and crud getting in the frames. So I did blow the frames out from the front, and you'll see that video with the power washer, and man, did a lot of stuff come out. It was something else. It was something else. The amount of mud that came out was amazing. Okay, he's on it, Skippy. He's on it. I got 2 bolts to tighten, and I'm out of here. Yep. So, again, take your time. Put everything back. Don't leave anything to, I'll do it later, because you won't. I see it all the time. You won't. Just do it right as you're buttoning it up. Make sure everything goes back where it should. Spy around. Make sure you haven't missed a bolt somewhere. Just be thorough. Be absolutely thorough. Because I see so much stuff that is so Mickey Mouse together. No disrespect for the Mickey Mouseketeers there. But I find stuff so Mickey Mouse. Unbelievable. Stuff that's safety items. Things that could harm you because of laziness and tardiness, just not doing the job. So that's the stuff that's my pet peeve. Do it right or just don't touch it. at all. And this is a perfect opportunity as we're bringing this '07 Jeep TJ Wrangler Sport back to a second chance at life. We're putting them together right. So, like I said, when everything else is done at the front, the engine's running, you can fire it up and drive it. Brakes are all new brake lines, new emergency brake cables. It's ready for the road. So we can, what I'm working to get to now is so we can just hop in, start it up, and move it. Because I have fenders to go on. We're going to change, we got to change out the windshield frame. That's going to be a pretty cool segment. And we're going to change the interior, including the dash, the complete dash. We're changing the vehicle from a light gray over to what looks like a slate gray. So not quite black. And I managed to get all that interior out of a Jeep from, it's in the records, and I don't know why it was in there, but I pretty much took the whole, I might as well just taken the Jeep out, because I got a perfect windshield in a perfect windshield frame, and this one here, it's rotten, which is a typical issue on these Jeeps. I got the window sealed for it out of the Jeep. It was in great shape. I took all the parts off myself. They allowed me to do that. And so then I got fasteners and clips and stuff that you normally wouldn't. So I wanted to make sure we're doing this job right. So I don't like the interior, and it's kind of beat up. So they gave me all the interior, bucket seats, carpet, and everything. Took it on, seat belts, took it all out myself. And I got 2 fenders, a tailgate, carpets, bucket seats, the dash, the windshield frame with the perfect glass in it, seals and everything for $200 US. Yeah, they treated me really, really well. They were pleased to be a part of this restoration rescue. So once this bolt is done, I'll come out and you'll get to see my entire human being. Yeah. I'm not fastening the exhaust up yet, and we're going to put some custom exhaust on this, stainless, and if you're wanting to throw a few bucks at us, we're okay with that. Yeah, it's kind of jury-rigged what's under here. It's usable, but it's not fantastic. It is going to be something that has to be revisited, so I'd like to get my friend Jesse. He has an exhaust shop up in Waynfleet, Ontario, Canada. You can check him out. And I can't remember the name of his shop. Yeah, they do custom exhaust for everything. Stainless, you name it. They do a great job. And so I'd like to just do a very simple exhaust system on here out of stainless, so you don't have to revisit it. And the guys will do great welds and everything. So you won't have to have any issues with it down the road. They did stainless on our FJ a couple of years ago and did a fantastic job. And I've known Jesse for quite a while, so I don't mind giving him a shout out because they do really good custom work there. So that's the exhaust place. I'll put a link in the description for his shop because the guys are great there. They'll treat your classic car really, really well, and they don't do any Mickey Mouse repairs there. But the guys are really, really good. So I'll get them to do some kind of custom exhaust on here something simple that we won't have problems with it, and for many years to come. All right, Skippy, I think I can rescue my airline and the rest of my tools here. Everybody down here is tight and right. The slave cylinder's all in there. Replace that, put a new slave cylinder in for the clutch. So, all the brake lines are all new. We're in good shape. So I get to come out. Yeah. Like I said, I got a little bit of cosmetic work to do, but we're going to drop the big pan under here, and I want to make sure that we don't have another commonality to these Jeeps I found out is transmission mounts. The transmission mount is under a great big plate, steel plate under there. And so I want to pull that plate down because it's all full of mud and rocks and stuff. There's a lot of crud in that plate. So I want to drop that. Now that the transmission's bolted to the engine's bolted to the frame, I can now drop that big metal cover, and you're going to see that in a segment. The thing is massive and it's heavy. So we're going to drop this out of here, this crusty old Sea Dog, clean it all out, and we'll get it sandblasted, and I'll paint that up. But the main thing is there's a piece of linkage under there that I saw that is, the bushing is right out of it, and that's for four-wheel drive. So that's got to be tended to. So that's another project in itself. But once I drop that shield out of there, I can have a looky-see how the mounts are for the transmission, fix up any linkage issues there to make sure everything's cleaned, lubed, and functionable. And yeah, that's the wrap-up. So thanks for watching, and don't forget to, a friendly reminder to subscribe if you want to, follow, like, leave a comment. Follow us on Facebook as well at Niall Motormouth Jenkins. And happy motor, and keep it under 100. Put the coffee on. We're coming to your house. Well, thank you for stopping by the Car Connection Workshop right here on YouTube. Don't forget to come back and join us for another segment. So like, share, tag, and follow, and ding that bell so that you don't miss a single edition of Car Connection. So till next time, keep it under 100 and put the coffee on, because we're coming to your house.